he claims to come back and support this district. And so I thought, well, maybe he hasn't had much legislation passed. In 16 years, he's been the sponsor of 6 bills that have passed Congress. 3 of them were recognizing some organization for its anniversary or placing some memory into the Capitol Rotunda. The other 3 were substantive pieces of legislation in 16 years. And of course, you know the things he's voted for. He's voted 100% with the Bush agenda. According to Washington Post, 100% on all significant issues with the Republican leadership and with the Bush agenda. And he doesn't want to face those issues. And I thought, well, I mentioned that as well in the debate. He didn't want to talk about that either. So maybe he's really brought back a lot of activity in this district, because we are hurting. We are losing jobs. We have plants being closed, moving off to Mexico in some situations, a lot of work going to China and other parts of the world. We have, as you know, we have a lot of people who are hurting a lot, some families who cannot make ends meet now, and that's not a theoretical. I've visited with those folks. I know what's going on. So I thought, well, maybe he's brought a lot of other stuff back to the district, but in this district ranks 434th out of all the districts in the United States in federal contracts performed in this district. And that's despite the kind of talent and skilled workforce we have here, is despite the research facilities that we have at Purdue University, and the largest entrepreneurial center in the country is located there, is despite all of the medical and biomedical and contracting work done for those organizations, all the way down to Bedford, a lot of manufacturing facilities that are modern and in good shape that are standing empty right now. And we rank behind almost every other district in the United States. There's one district in northern Alabama that's a little worse off than we are. But you know, I looked a little beyond that. We also are getting fewer federal contracts in this district than in Puerto Rico or in Guam. Now, what's he done for this district? Well, he's gone to Washington. He's improved his golf game because he's ranked by Golf Digest as one of the best golfers in the United States Congress. He has the worst record in terms of missed votes of anybody in the Indiana delegation over his 16-year career. He explained that, or tried to, by saying, well, this past year his wife's sister had a serious illness, and I understand that's true, and that he also had a knee injury, recovering from a ski accident that took him out for several weeks from Congress, and so he asked me to apologize for saying that. That didn't happen for 16 years, and so you got to be accountable. So those are some of the things I want to mention to you, that this is not just a race against my opponent, this is a race against your opponent. You would be hard-pressed to find anyone in the United States Congress who has voted against the interests of working people and organized labor more consistently than Steve Bullier. He is not your friend. So what will happen after November 4th, when I get more votes district-wide than he does? I promise you, you will have a friend in Washington. You will have a friend in Washington. You will have a friend not just because I see votes that you support and I'll agree with you, but because I see the causes that you fight for and what you believe in, and I share your beliefs. I share the belief that the working families and the working people of America and organized labor have created our middle class and created still and make it work. You are the ones who have made this country great. And speaking now once again about veterans, I have pledged to restore all of the benefits that Steve Bullier and his colleagues have tried to take us away. We actually have made a little progress now that the Democrats have controlled the Congress. We've made a little progress in the last couple of years. But you know, Steve Bullier has still, on veterans issues, he has still proposed what I call a veterans tax. He said that the Veterans Administration ought to be operated more like a business, and we're not getting enough revenue. The Veterans Administration is not a business. The Veterans Administration is our moral obligation to our veterans to provide the health benefits and the education that we promise. But when he looks at it as business, he said, you know, the persons we're treating aren't paying us enough. So we need to put an access fee, he said, on all veterans so they can pay for the services they're getting from the Veterans Administration. I said, now what's an access fee? It's something that the government requires you to pay in order to get benefits that you're entitled to. Is that a tax? Is that a veterans tax you're proposing? Well, he doesn't like that word, but that's exactly what he's proposed. Even in this current Congress, he was proposing a veterans tax so that our veterans who have put their lives on the line for us, some of them have come back injured for life, all of them have put their family's welfare at risk for the rest of their lives. Some of them have not come back at all. And we only promised them we'd provide health benefits and some educational opportunity to transition back into the civilian economy. When we break that pledge, we violate a sacred contract. We're a better country than that. We cannot say that it's more important to cut veterans' benefits to balance the budget for a new weapons system or something else. We cannot say that. That will turn around when I get to Washington, and I promise the veterans in this crowd and the families of veterans and all good Americans who think we owe it to our veterans to treat them fairly, I promise you I will do that. So thank you very much. I want to work with you. I will be working with you because you are the people who will lead this country. I will not win this campaign without you, but I know we'll win it with you. I will be with you. I will listen to you. I guess in the prayer a little while ago I heard something about political figures who have ears and a heart. You know, I've seen too many who have a big mouth but don't seem to have any ears at all. I promise you I will listen to you because I learn what is needed by listening to my constituents and my friends, and you, my friends, are going to be the leaders that I will listen to. So thank you for letting me be here today. I always enjoy being with you, and God bless all of you, and thank you for what you're doing. God bless America.